I remember, just like yesterday, we were at Ohio Pile State Park in the western part of our state. And it was in July, no, it was actually August. And it was the time of the Perseids shower, meteor shower. And we're taking a blanket out and we're lying there. And under this night sky where there is no light pollution like it is here or in big cities. And we could see the shooting stars. Now, I think it's a little bit overstated to say it's a shower. But to get one of the shooting star, like every minute or so, and sometimes there are two coming together, it was like this wow moment, this wow moment. And on Epiphany, when we think of stars, that's the invitation for us to pay attention to the stars, to open up and to look for signs. So the sky, the stars have always been, for all generations, this fascination and looking for orientation, looking for direction. And you know, like often we say, or you hear people say, our destiny is written in the stars. It's actually the word destiny. Destiny is of the stars. It means it's of the stars. So our destiny for our lives, we're guided. And do we pay attention to that star, to the inner light, to the signs outside, and to the this light and this inside of us? Now, I wonder what's on your Christmas tree at home. We have a star. Some people have an angel at the top. And this star here at the top of these Christmas trees are a reminder of that Star of Bethlehem. We actually call it Star of Bethlehem. And it's for us to look on. So the symbolism of it is to let the Star of Bethlehem, let the light guide us to Jesus, to draw us. And that was a specific sign for the people we call either three kings or magi or scholars or wisdom teachers. And in ancient years, astronomy, astrology, they were all somehow mixed. But what matters is there are signs. There are signs. And think of your life and whether you pay attention, whether you are receptive for signs, for guiding signs. That is the wisdom of this story for me. So the Magi, they paid attention to signs. They saw the star. They followed that sign, that guidance. What are the signs in your life? Do you keep open? Do you pay attention? Because there are signs in us and around us. There is God's heartbeat in us. There is the inner light, what Quakers say. Pay attention to your soul. What is your soul asking of you? What does your soul want? That is the core where we are, and not just what the head wants. We often have, oh, I want to do this, this, this. But on a deeper level, what does God want of you? Why are you here? Fate is what happens to us. Destiny is what we make of it. So where are you drawn? To me, the great wisdom of this passage is be curious, pay attention, be curious. Never give up asking questions, exploring, pay attention, for there are signs for us to pay attention to. I remember a mentor, one of my mentors, where I was a vicar, early an associate pastor, and they sent us this Christmas card. And there were three kings. They were all sleeping. And then one angel tapped them on the shoulder with one finger, and with the other finger he pointed to the star. Wake up. Do you wake up and pay attention to the sign, to the star, to the inner light, to what draws you forward toward where you're meant to go? That's the first thing that really matters. Are you curious? Do you pay attention? Second thing is, you may see a sign, you may feel a call, a draw, a tug on your heart to move. But then what it takes is get up and follow it. So these magi, these scholars, they looked at the star, they saw it, and then they went back to sleep. No. They got up, and they took on an arduous journey, a long journey. And think of your life journey. It's not all easy. We all face challenges. Like, you can dream from couch to 5K in 5 weeks. Guess what? Will it happen? Unless you get your butt out of the sofa and get moving, it won't happen. So all the greatest ideas, all the signs, all the wonders, all the stars, if they're only in your imagination, if they're only here, but you don't put the sweat, blood, and tears behind them and get up. Have grit, have guts, move forward, have courage, be bold, daring greatly, and moving toward that. That's the invitation. Things don't just happen. I like the quote that I heard from someone. God can move mountains, but don't forget to take your shovel with you. God uses you and your shoveling to move the mountain. It doesn't just happen, it takes us. It takes you. They got up. They got moving. They got on the journey to move toward the light, toward the call, toward the vision, toward their dream, what they were called to do. Move, get moving. I love that wonderful, wonderful image and statement by President Teddy Roosevelt. After he had left office, he went on a world tour and he shared many speeches and man in the arena. And you can write it as woman in the arena or a hero, heroine, shero in the arena. But what he, and I'm just putting in a couple of words describing it. And Brené Brown in her book, Daring Greatly, picks up this image, saying, what really matters is that you're not the critic, spectator looking on only and criticizing and pointing fingers. What really matters is when you go into the arena, take on the challenges, wrestle, give it your all, dare greatly, be in it, do it, get going, just do it. That's what matters. And not the critic, the spectator just looking on and smiling and doing zilch. So that's my second guide word for the year. The first one was courage. No, the first one was curious. Remain curious. Second one is courage. Be courageous. Be bold. Take that step. Move into it. Move into it. And that's our scripture passage, the Hebrew Old Testament, where Isaiah says, arise, shine, your light has come. Get up, get going, moving, get moving. It's kind of this, don't just lean back. Yay! There is a goal, something to move towards, something worthy of our calling of moving forward. And then the third thing, the third image that really stays with me deeply is when these wise ones, or king, or whatever we want to call them, come to Jesus, what do? They kneel down in adoration, in worship, in awe, in wonder. And they open their treasure chests and they give gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Encountering the Christ child, the vulnerable, being connected to the light, to the star, to the inner light, to your calling, does something for you. It gets you into a place of kneeling. When I think of kneeling, I think of humility. Just, it's not all about me, it's not all about you, it's not about us. It's about the greater purpose we're here for. And when we recognize that, and when we kneel and open our hearts, the Spirit flows through us, and we become kind and generous and giving people. That's what they do. And they're depicted as an older person, as a middle-aged person, and as a younger one. Why? Well, it's throughout our whole lifetimes. As teenagers, as youth, as children, that we're to look up and get moving, be curious and courageous, and in middle age, in older age, we're all called on that journey to keep following the star. So, what makes for a great 2024 for you? Yeah, you got it, 25. Simon said 25. Will you remain curious? Pay attention to signs. Will you be bold? Will you have guts? Will you have fire in your belly to get going and make that first step and the second step and the third and keep moving toward the goal? And will you somehow know there is the greater world, there is God guiding us, and recognizing that it's not about us, but how we can share ourselves? Will you follow that light? Will you follow your star? And how will you follow your star? How will you follow your star, your light?